action.
Man, it's been a while.
Thank you.
I've never had that.
Are you-
What is that? Is that
Body
like is it
armor.
water?
I don't know.
or
Am,
like,
am I ready?
Okay, I couldn't tell if
Oh,
it was supposed to be like.
it's so good.
Okay, I've never had body armor.
That's my
I see people
favorite.
drink it all the time. I've never had it.
That's my favorite.
I
but
drink
it's
it
just like
up.
flavored water. It's not like it's not anything else.
Yeah, but it's really flavorful. There's
Okay.
a lot of flavor in it.
It's not like that crappy bubbly that everyone's
No,
drinking
that black water.
all the time.
Yes.
Adam.
That black water.
Rip it.
Get out the,
Like that.
Push it.
get it out the.
Let it rip.
There it is. Listen closely now.
Hey! Hey! Man, you're looking good today. Welcome back to another episode. Say it with me, guys. Of
Moral
Dilemma.
Dilemma.
I screwed everybody up. Real quickly. My name is, it hasn't changed. We're on episode 70, and my name hasn't changed somehow,
That's
which is crazy.
Kinda checks
Silence
out.
that phone.
Sorry about that, guys.
Been on 70 episodes, and you're still doing stupid stuff. This is Dan's last episode.
Sorry.
My name's Ryan, Ryan, for those of you who are curious on how to spell it.
My name is Philip Sams.
1L.
Actually, it's 1L and an A for my middle initial. Thank you very much.
Ooh, for
Why don't I can't believe
Alan.
you just don't remember my name after.
Philip Allen.
what's your name?
I wish my
I'm Dan.
middle name was Alan.
Wow,
Dan.
strong name.
It is.
Top tier.
It's biblical.
It's Parker.
Parker.
That's not biblical.
So it's
Not biblical.
And as always, we
comical.
got as
Parker's
always
comical.
we have Adam over there,
Hilarious.
our producer.
Adam.
Oh, wait.
the
Topic of the
adventurer.
day.
Quick plant update for those of you who've been watching.
You're just doing that on purpose.
This is Potted Plant Sunday.
Last podcast, we were about right here,
It's
height-wise, and right now we are here. And
I thought that was
so
plastic.
Beautiful.
the camera
No.
kind of messes
thought that
with
was fake.
the scale of things, but this is about, what would you say, 6 feet?
Yeah.
6 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty tall.
So it's growing up, and it's good. Kind of like this podcast. It's crazy we've done 70.
It's been a while.
I'm trying to think of anything big happened since the last episode.
When was the last episode?
What month did we do the last episode, Adam? Do you remember?
No.
It was quite a while ago.
Several weeks ago.
I know we have some newer fans.
Yeah.
A couple of the new youth kids been
Like
listening.
Steven?
Shout out.
I don't know if there's a Steven that watches
shout,
the show. Just
shout out
if
Steven,
there
dude.
is.
We love you,
Yeah,
buddy.
Honestly, I feel so inspired every time
Mhm.
you comment.
Philip actually.
I don't know if they actually do comment, but if
Mhm.
there's a Steven
Philip reads every
Philip's
single
gonna find
comment,
Steve.
from Stevens.
but the ones that he calls me about are the ones that Steven leaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, there is a Steven that watches, but
No,
we
there
call
is.
him. I
Hey,
call him
leave
Sticky.
a comment down below. You know, I will read it and I'll call Ryan about it.
If your name is Steven, sign up and we'll send you a free T-shirt. It
That
won't
we
be a
don't
more.
have.
It won't be a Moral Dilemma T-shirt, but we'll send you a T-shirt.
It's just a white Hanes t-shirt. It's been in the back of a
It's a
drawer.
wife beater.
Oh,
Someone
Yeah.
took a magic marker too and just put Moral Dilemma on it.
I love it.
shoot! So we got a very
About
exciting
a month
episode
ago.
today. So if you've listened in the past, we've done a few drafts. What have we done? Just Thanksgiving food?
Thanksgiving
And then
food
Christmas?
Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I haven't done one for the military yet.
Leeson couldn't be with us for this one, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But we do have a big draft coming up in the future that he's going to be a part of. But we got these boys, and today we are doing a Marvel movie draft. My seat's too high. There we go.
You know, at some point we do need to do a "There Will Be Blood" quotes
Ooh.
draft.
I've abandoned my boy!
Just need to do a quotes.
Drink
draft.
it up. Phil, give me your best There Will Be Blood impression.
I drink your milkshake. See, you have a straw. My straw comes all the way over here.
I'm so good at it.
Disclaimer right now: Ryan has been on a There Will Be Blood kick.
Yeah.
So
I
and he
just
made us
made a
all
huge-
watch it.
my boy. I've abandoned my child. Give me the blood, Eli. What a good movie.
Don't be thick with me, boy.
Yeah, for those lost, we recently, as a group of friends, watched There Will Be Blood. Loved
Great
it.
movie.
Loved it.
Last week.
What did you rate it, Dan?
Masterpiece.
I gave it a
On Letterboxd.
4, I
A 4?
believe.
4.
It's a little low, man.
Well,
What was your problem with it, Dan?
Were you scared?
wasn't
He's abandoned
scared.
his boy.
Just without the lead, it wouldn't have been anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
So
true. That's fair.
That's why I feel like I deducted some from.
What's
it.
that guy's name?
Daniel
Daniel
Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis. We love you. Be on the podcast. We'd have you on. You could do whatever you want on here. We could just listen to you for all I care.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. I love There Will Be Blood. but I don't like when there actually is blood physically. Because as I get older, I get a little lightheaded around blood, especially with finger injuries.
Queasy.
Have you seen his movie with Leonardo DiCaprio,
Finger injuries?
Kings of New York? Is
no.
that? Is that
I've heard of that.
Is that the one he
Gangs
watched?
of New York.
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York. I
You gotta-
saw that.
You ought to put that on your list. That's a good one.
Yeah. Who is that directed by Scorsese?
Adam, pull that
I
up.
can't recall.
Hey, Adam, can you pull that up? Gangs of New York.
But anyways,
Oh, he's going all the way to
that's
IMDb.
a good movie.
Yeah.
IMDb.
You need to
sponsor
close your
us.
tabs, man.
Adam.
I'm
lives
so
on the
excited to go
edge.
see Oppenheimer in IMAX.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
You
Maybe that's
Oppenheimer.
not
Uncultured
Oppenheimer.
swine.
Scorsese. It is Scorsese.
Yep, good
Look
call.
at me. I'm a
Anyways,
genius.
that's a good one. You'd enjoy it. It's been
Yeah.
a while since I've seen it.
That's on the
when
list.
when was that made?
I'm gonna say probably like
1862? No, I'm just kidding.
1862.
Probably, I'm gonna say 03 or 04.
Okay, so it's
if
like
I
early
had to
2000s.
guess.
Okay.
Where's the year?
It's up
That was
top.
was
It's
quite a
02.
golden age for movies. Let's be real.
It's
Yeah,
02.
it was
Is it
filmed.
02?
Yeah.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Man,
It's the year I was
We're
born.
on it, Dan.
I go with
That's
calculation.
not true.
I could with calculation.
I'm good at calculation.
That was a neat
I'm
movie
good
time.
at calculation.
I like the way that the cameras looked at that point because like you can look at the footage and it's like still a little bit grainy, but it's not like so like early camera. You know what I mean? Like it's not like all pixely like garbage, but it's a little bit still noisy
Yeah.
and grainy. But it's not quite clean like
good
we have
movie.
nowadays. It's
Yeah.
it's always every
Yeah.
movie
That's
from
some
that time period.
texture.
My point is like it's just so unique. You can
My
tell when a
boy.
movie comes from like early
No.
2000s or
You
like
might
late
just have
90s.
cataracts.
Yeah, that too.
It looks
you
pretty
can,
clear
you
to
can
me.
tell you can tell when movies come from like that short duration.
What is this
before
fog over
cameras
this
got
film?
really
If
good?
we finish
but
the movie,
it was like right when they were just starting to not be bad anymore.
Yeah.
if we finish the podcast, we could watch the movie tonight.
Oh,
All right,
All
podcast
right,
is
thanks
over.
for watching,
yeah,
guys.
podcast is over now. Exactly.
I'm trying to think of anything else big that happened last podcast to fill them in on. Yeah,
Hey,
we've all had a busy summer. That's why I
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
been turning these around
facts.
very often. But you're always there in my heart, right here. I got 2 of them. That was weird.
I'm going to have to censor that, aren't
Yeah,
I?
censor that. I got Invisalign. That's a life update.
It's huge.
See,
No,
I feel like I'm in
don't
3rd
see.
grade again. Invisalign. Anyway, I don't know what's going on right now, but
what?
let's get into this draft. So what's going to happen is we have a. Can you go back a screen, Adam? So I can read these. So we are going to do a draft similar to like an NFL fantasy football draft or a regular NFL draft or a draft of anything. So we're going to go one at a time, and we are going to make picks within the Marvel movie world, not the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It will be a part of that, but anything that Marvel owns that has been made into a movie is part of this. Was that correct?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Because Parker is the Marvel expert here. And
That's
so the categories we are filling are origin films, a sequel / threequel / fourquel,
Okay.
anything that's not a first,
Okay.
a phase 4/5, so that's Black Widow till now.
Okay.
We're going to do non-MCU, so that's where we're going to get into some interesting stuff. So there are Marvel movies that aren't in the MCU.
Facts.
Those are part of it. Number 7 is TV show / wild card. We debated on this one, but we all wanted to give some TV shows a chance. And so if we pick a TV show, it's in that. If you don't want to do a TV show, that's we can just put wherever we want, whatever we want. And the 8th one, or not the 8th one, the 6th one is the worst MCU movie. So we're going to be
Worst
picking
MCU.
what we think is the worst MCU movie, Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. And as you know, things get crazy in these drafts. Dan just pooped his pants.
That's the sound effect.
realistic. I was like,
That's the sound effect. I've been crafting that for years.
He's
Crafting?
been doing that for the last 11 minutes when I've been recording.
Let's hear your best one.
Oh,
Dan.
sorry, man.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
And that's what he did in the middle
actually
of
good.
Captain D's
Dan,
old couple across the way.
Give me your best
That's a great
fart
story.
impression, but if you were really, really stressed and really tense.
it's gonna be high pitched. Yeah.
Now, give me your best fart if you're hanging out with the homies, you're chilling, you've had some Taco Bell. Whoa, whoa. Some volume there.
That's
powerful.
that's like on a church pew.
Church pew.
It's a little bit too relaxed in those church pews.
Yeah.
Facts. I think our church needs pews again.
No.
I miss
What?
pews.
Why not? What's wrong with
You
pews?
want to come and try to move pews out of the way for
That
VBS?
is true.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Just don't.
Yeah,
Or when we have inflatables come in, or any other
touch
event
the
that we have to
property.
move
Lightweight.
chairs.
lightweight.
Just don't.
Just
don't
don't
do
do VBS for 300
Just,
kids.
no, just don't move
okay,
the pews.
Philip. Oh, yeah.
We got
that-
inflatables. They just go on top of the pews.
All right,
Genius.
Philip,
They're
I'm gonna
mostly air, anyways. I mean, come on.
Philip, I'm going to stop you before you start talking about inflatables anymore. Last time you got on this
it was-
topic,
yeah,
it was
a
yours.
problem.
Let's roll them.
So we're going to get into this draft, but
Addiction,
as always,
smaction.
Adam is going to spin a wheel to determine the order. And we do this in the, what's it called, the snake style?
Good old wheel spin.
The snake.
Where
Yeah, I
number
guess.
1 goes first, and then when we get to 4, 4 goes twice, and then we go 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you
1,
just
2, 3,
you
4.
just kind of snake back and forth.
Yeah.
That way, number 1 doesn't get the first pick.
We
every
call
round.
it the snake. Spin that wheel.
Yeah, look over here.
So who's
Oh,
1, 2,
it's over
3,
here.
and 4?
That's what we're
That's-
figuring.
Oh, here we
out.
go. Right here.
Oh,
Phil.
he has the names. Oh, wow.
Round 1.
Maybe
Really
number one.
official
Come on,
here.
come
Going
on,
to
come
be-
on.
Really official here.
Yeah.
Snap.
Nice.
All right. Well,
Going
I'm
number one.
screwed.
I got to think some strategy here now.
All right. Who's going second?
I feel like I need the wheel that makes it sound like on
Oh.
Dan
Yes.
is going
Nice.
again.
going again.
Did it really?
Congrats.
That's what happened to Eric
Yeah.
last time. He got
I don't understand why it does that. It's supposed to be random.
All right, it's a 1 in 4 chance. So what is that?
20
30% each?
25%.
Whoa.
Number
For you
2 is
math wizards.
Dan.
Wow.
I'm
Why
buying,
is it doing this?
Can you
I'm
name-
buying a lottery ticket
Can you not
tonight.
take his name off the list?
I don't know.
If that was actually random, I hope everybody knows, like, that was actually a 1 in 64 chance of that just happening right now.
Dan came in here before and tampered with the
4
the
times 4
electronic.
times 4, yeah.
Yeah. 16 times 4. Yep.
Probability.
1 in 64 chance that just happened. We just witnessed a miracle
Get him
by
out of there.
my calculations.
Lottery tickets on
There
me.
we go. Now spin that puppy. Now if it comes up with Dan, then something supernatural's happening.
I told you we just witnessed a miracle.
Told you those
Facts.
lights were flickering when I came
True.
across the
Right.
bridge.
Hit me with something crazy.
Parker.
Oh.
All right.
I'll take 2.
Well,
Two's a
now
good
I
number.
want 4.
2's a good number.
Ooh, okay.
I want last now because last
I'm,
gets to
I'm
go
gonna,
twice.
I'm
round-
gonna get
round
I'm
one.
gonna get the dog bone here.
Come on. Yes.
Phil,
All right. I'm last.
number 3.
Phil's
Oh,
got
now,
the.
now it's
This
working.
is rigged.
correctly.
This is rigged. I'm the new
Oh.
player here. This is rigged.
All right, so
No.
that's the order. Let's kick it
Seniority.
off. Adam, get that spreadsheet up here so we know what we're doing. So just a reminder, we can fill these categories in whatever order we want. We don't have to immediately pick. We don't have to start with origin, sequel, phase 4/5. We
Yeah.
can use strategy here because people are going to be coming after your stuff, but you also want to fill these spots to their fullest potential because, I didn't say this earlier, you guys are going to be voting on who you think wins. So after this podcast, there's going to be a link
Hey Ryan,
to a Google form. You vote.
there's no one over there.
It's this black box right here, Philip.
What?
Get with the program.
Where am I? What have I become? All right, Dan,
abandoned
round
his
1.
boy.
What you doing, man?
All right.
Well,
come on, Dan. This was something crazy. Start this off with a
surprisingly,
bang.
we don't have a category for best, like favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of is a
'Cause I was
given
gonna
with
put
because you can use wild card for your favorites.
So this may be crazy to some people. I'm not going to pick the big ones. Like I think most people on the street are going to pick Infinity War or
That's where
Endgame.
all of our viewers are.
That's what they're going to pick. But for
From the street?
on the street,
You mean for an origin? what?
So-
I'm confused.
No,
I'm
you just-
starting.
You can start wherever.
I'm starting with wild card.
Oh, God, I didn't know
Start
that.
with wild
Oh.
card.
Sorry, boys.
Oh no.
Winter Soldier.
Oh.
All right, I'm fine with that.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
That's fair.
I have actually never seen that film.
What?
What?
Wow. Wow.
Winter Soldier is top
Wait,
Yeah,
you
I
actually
top
have
five
it?
I've never
MCU
seen Winter
movie.
Soldier.
top 5 Marvel.
How
What
can
am I
you,
doing here?
How can you be doing? Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
How
I
can
have
you
a
be
quick
doing
question.
this and not have seen everything?
Hey, I've seen There Will
Wow.
Be Blood 3 times though.
Nothing to do with today.
That's the thought that counts.
So, anyways,
It's a good movie.
That's a solid first pick.
great
I'd
movie.
say. I'd say around the board that is the one of the higher
Yeah.
praised
yeah,
films.
it's so good.
Can you take
the highway scene in the knife fight is one of the best
Love that
fight
scene.
scenes.
It's
in-
amazing.
Thank you, Scott
Mhm.
Stapp, for that
MCU.
little
Facts.
soundbite.
Scott Stapp, we love you. Scott Stapp.
All right, that's me.
Oh, it's lead singer Creed. All right, so Dan picked Winter Soldier for his wild card. Interesting play, wild card
That's
first.
bold.
Right.
I think you're gonna
That's
regret it.
bold.
No, I don't
I'm
think
about to
so.
sweep the floor with you guys.
No, sir.
Thanks, Hoover.
All right, who's next, Parker?
All right, I got this.
Parker,
So I'm gonna go
you doing, buddy?
sequel. I gotta get
Oh,
the
man.
goat out of the way. I'm gonna
Do
say
it.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
I had that in mind for
That
this
is
entire
the
time.
best Marvel movie of all time.
The
So,
opening sequence, so good.
facts.
So far,
It's
my
just-
strategy is
Okay.
still in place.
Incredible.
Depending on what Philip
Okay.
says.
Thanks for the extra
Okay.
added audio work I have to do, Philip. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Philip. Every time you talk, do that while you're talking.
Okay. Okay, everybody.
Dwight.
All right, for my
So
pick.
do you?
All
Sorry.
right, stop. It's really stupid.
Do you want? Do you want me to put Sam Raimi? Would that be more?
No, I just put Spider-Man 2 because the other ones are titled
Nah.
differently.
Yeah.
Type
Okay.
Doc
I'm just
Ock.
making
Like
sure I
Andrew
get
Garfield's were titled The
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
and then,
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is fine.
The new ones aren't even numbered.
Adam, when you type in my picks, can you use the chiller font?
Oh, jeez.
No.
Okay.
don't you use Comic Sans?
checking.
Comics.
All right, Phil, you're up, dude. So
All right.
Parker
Number
just
three.
picked Spider-Man.
I
2
think
for
all
Steve.
of my other picks are honestly pretty safe except for the Origin. So I'm going to go with Origin. I'm going to go with Iron Man 1.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Great pick.
That
Can't go
jacked me
wrong
up a
with
little
that
bit.
one.
It started off. That's
It's the
My sequel was going to
the
be Spider-Man
pillar.
2.
Yeah.
It's like literally the perfect follow-up
Yeah.
for Spider-Man 1 was Spider-Man 2.
Absolutely.
I just want to let you guys know up front that I'm about to destroy you guys
Oh, that's
man.
cap. It's probably gonna be
because.
one of the most mid picks I've ever seen.
So I get 2, right?
yeah.
You do.
Probably will.
You get your pick 4, then pick 1.
All right. So man, where do I want to put this?
Force.
I think you guys probably can guess the first one I'm going to do. The most recent Marvel movie I've seen. I cried like a child throughout the entire film.
This is a very
Okay.
mid pick.
Do not for me, dude. This is my
Predictable.
favorite. This is my favorite MCU movie, but I don't know where I want to put it.
Well, it can't be Origin. It could be sequel. It could be.
It can either be sequel, Phase 4/5,
But that's not
or wild
MCU,
card.
is it?
I'm gonna save my
Is that
wild
MCU
card.
official? Because if so, it can't be Phase 4.
Do you know what I'm
5.
talking about?
You talking about the most recent one? Miles.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay. I thought you
No,
were talking
I
about. I,
didn't
thought you
cry
were
during
talking
that
about.
one. I wasn't a
Through the
huge fan.
Spider Verse.
But
It's a
that
good pick.
is another. So what I'm
I
gonna
don't
do
know if it could be Phase 4 or 5.
is for Phase 4/5.
Oh man.
I'm curious what you're gonna. Pick.
I'm going to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, I didn't care.
That
about
is-
that one. That one was okay.
That is a very good pick.
I love that
That
movie.
Hurts my heart a little.
I
bit.
liked it a lot.
Got 3, and then for Origin, baby, I'm going for Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, bro. Are you serious?
You guys are done. I just got the whole Lindemew family to vote for me.
That's tough.
Yeah. It's a good
Wow.
film. I don't like it as much as most people, but
It's
I
good.
was going to do Iron Man 1 for that one because that's probably my favorite
Man.
Origin.
That is a
But Into the Spider-Verse. I'm
So it
just,
sounds like
guys are
Ryan
one of
has
the best,
strategy. He's
man.
not picking what he likes. He's just picking what's going to win.
no, well, actually, so for Origin, that is my next favorite Origin, probably.
Okay, so
In Phase 4/5, that's my favorite so far in 4.
so how does this work? So now does 2 go first?
So
No.
now,
Oh,
I went twice, so now it's
So
your
it's
turn.
your turn.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
I'm
back.
gonna
One
go.
pick.
I still think all of my other picks are actually really safe, so I'm gonna go for worst MCU
ooh.
is going to
Alright.
go to Thor: Love and Thunder.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's based.
Interesting
Yeah.
strat
Based.
going for worst.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's 4, right?
I think all of my other picks are
Yeah.
completely
that
safe.
movie
though.
was really, really bad.
It's terrible.
My
That's the thing is I think all of my other picks
It
are
had
pretty.
some issues.
my best
Yeah. That's
way
an
to
understatement.
summarize that film for me is that film is the like movie embodiment of the kid in high school who said one joke and everyone laughed at it and then he
Mhm.
just milked it for the rest of his high school career.
Exactly.
That movie sucked.
That movie was the embodiment of Ryan's bowels after he eats Taco Bell.
Christian,
No, dude, Taco Bell sits fine with me. It's anytime I have dairy,
Oh, really?
Dairy.
Christian Bale
one of
was
the
like
lucky
the
few.
only bright spot in that
Yeah.
whole movie. It was- I
Yeah.
thought they,
which is ironic because
villain
his scenes
was-
were in black and white.
yeah,
Mm.
very those good.
Yeah, it did look actually a little bit nice with Christian Bale's black and white scenes. They did look. It was a unique way of doing it. So
Someone's
Mm.
got a crush on Christian Bale.
Of
Who
course.
doesn't?
he's yeah. I mean,
Sigma man.
Adam laughed like he definitely does.
yeah. It was a
Parker's
little bit-
The other
up.
one
bit
that
of
I
a
could have
sensual
picked.
laugh.
The other one I was thinking about picking for Origin. I don't want to say it out loud because someone's gonna get it and get points. I think
Oh,
that there
I
is
gotta-
another really, really
who's
good
that?
Origin.
It's
Parker?
me. I gotta.
It's Parker.
I gotta talk. I gotta
Huh?
think strategy here.
There's two I really want.
Oh man, this is rough. I'm gonna go another one of the top 5 Marvel movies. I'm going for my non-MCU spot.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna pick Logan.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
See,
That-
here's the
that
thing.
wasn't even on my
radar.
Here's the
Powerhouse.
thing. I would be willing to bet. Here's the thing. I love that movie. Don't get me wrong, but I would be willing to bet not a lot of the viewers have seen it. Because I'll be honest,
Logan?
I only know
You want crack?
I only know a handful of people that have ever seen the movie.
Hey,
I love that movie.
In
I
fairness,
have.
You
I'm
need to
s-
expand your friend
It's
circle.
being honest.
I
Fair
have.
enough.
the,
I'm just picking
um,
mine.
Okay, forget you guys. You guys are my friend circle. I'll just leave.
Have you seen the black and
Like
chrome
no one at my
version?
college has
I
ever,
want
ever
to.
heard of it.
No, black and chrome's for Mad Max. Just black and white.
I haven't seen it.
I
yet,
have-
but I want to.
It's
I
a
have the-
whole new vibe.
Noir. Yeah, it came with the Noir.
Yeah.
That's
version.
sick. I want to try that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, it's-
kind of screwed myself here.
I really want.
I
to
had
try it.
another
movie,
really good
man.
pick for worst movie, and it's. I'll be surprised if one of you doesn't pick it.
Oh, I get 2 here, so I can't get my
Yes,
2.
sir.
Yes.
Hit me with something crazy.
All right, here we go. So I'm going Origin,
Origin. Okay.
That surprises me.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Yep. That's a big
Is that-
one.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a big one.
I would argue that that's probably most non-comic book fans' favorite movies of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like people
Yeah.
people talk more about that movie than anything else.
Yeah.
And then I'm
It's
going
the soundtrack, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's part of it. But that's
Soundtrack
part
is
of what makes movies great.
Top
Oh,
tier.
yeah.
Worst
going for
Ooh,
worst.
Going for
Okay.
worst. All right.
Eternals.
I knew he was
gonna say that's
exactly
what I was
I was
like,
like, I'm
that's-
surprised someone
that's a s-
didn't pick it yet.
That's a strong take.
Worst was
Out of all
I
the
would agree with
MCU
that.
movies,
I would
you'd
put it
say.
on par with Thor: Love
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Thunder.
Because
Okay.
it just was a mess.
Yeah.
It
Just
didn't
not
know,
your cup
it
of
didn't
tea.
know what it wanted to do,
Yeah. That's fair.
and it was too long for what they were trying to do.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame because it's like
And
a cool
it's a
looking
cool
movie.
story.
Yeah.
It's a cool story, but I
Yeah.
just don't think they told the story right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
agree.
think it
Like-
visually looked good either. That was just my opinion.
Yeah.
I was like,
I've seen all the MCU movies several times. I don't know if I'd ever sit and actually watch that one again.
I think you said that you'd wish it was a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah, I think it would
Yeah.
work better as like a 12-episode TV
Yeah. That
show.
would have been cool.
It just didn't feel like a Marvel movie.
I
to
could
me.
I could actually agree with that.
When
yeah.
you have a
Yeah.
huge story like that, and maybe it's just me because I love the background and the history.
Mm.
I hate when they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, here's such and such. He's real powerful.
Yeah, and
He's
it's
been around
because
for
of the movie,
thousands of
yeah.
years."
And because
Yeah,
it's a
exactly.
movie, they don't have time to actually sit down and
Exactly.
explain
Exactly.
it. That's something
So-
I was telling Parker with not too long ago. I was like, I wish more things were just series, even if they were only one season and just like secluded by themselves, because like
Yeah.
it feels like way too many stories are
Yeah.
just nowadays they're like, oh well, let's just extend to a 3-hour movie that's already hard enough to sit through as it is, and then you're just
Absolutely.
confused most of the time.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, Parker, you're back up.
Man, I am. It's a great day to pick a Phase 4 or 5.
Yeah, everybody knows
film.
what you're
Oh,
gonna
no.
say. Just hurry up.
Well,
Just hurry up.
maybe.
Everybody knows what you're gonna say.
Listen, man. I
Depending on what you say here,
went back and forth with this,
There's no way
Um,
you don't pick what.
but one of my favorite theater experiences would have to be Spider-Man: No Way Home.
crap, I'm screwed now.
Oh,
I
really?
have no idea what to do for sequel now.
I wasn't a big fan
No
of
idea.
No Way Home. but
Okay.
all right.
we gotta.
I think that
or at least not as much as like everyone else was.
yeah.
Everyone was.
I think it has its issues, but for me, growing up on Spider-Man
Fair
and
enough.
stuff like that, it's
yeah,
just
and you've watched all of them. Yeah, that's how I was.
so many
yeah.
times. It was one of those you just
My same critique of No Way Home is my same critique of like of Endgame. I
mm,
liked it, but that's just because I've seen every other movie and I love
Yeah.
every other movie before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nostalgia factor.
yeah, exactly.
All right, is it me then?
It
Yes,
is
sir.
Philip.
Okay, I'll just go phase 4 or 5. We'll just get this out of the way. But mine's justified.
Bro.
We're going with Shang-Chi.
Okay.
That's
I was
based.
wondering when that was going to get
That's
scooped up.
gonna be.
Yeah, I have to.
That's a great pick.
Sorry, what-
Some of the best VFX we've probably seen in a
Your
Marvel
wild
movie.
card?
His Phase 4.
No, that's my
his
phase 4.
Phase 4. Hmm. Oh man.
That's a great pick. Now, Dan, I'm curious what
Honestly,
you're gonna
literally
pick
the best VFX in a Marvel movie we've seen in a long time.
I'm very curious what you're
with
gonna
Shang-Chi.
pick. Yeah, Shang-Chi was a nice breath of fresh air with the
Mhm.
fight scenes.
Good
and
stuff.
Oh yeah, and the fight scenes were so good.
Gosh, White Nick
So
Fury.
now does he go twice?
That's hassle.
Or no, it's
no,
me
it's
again.
you,
Don't
and then you
hassle the
go
Hoff.
again.
I go twice again.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Yeah. We just go. Yeah. just go
Fourth
back
is
and forth.
OP. You guys don't know what's about to happen to you guys.
I'm about ready. I'm gonna rock when it comes to my turn again. You guys are gonna get. You're gonna be like, "Oh, I can't believe."
My goal is to
gonna
now,
take you
from
out.
one of my picks, to take what Dan is currently thinking of. I gotta go back to my list.
I'm gonna hide it in my brain.
It's gonna start-
I didn't your brain.
So my
I
strategy,
study with Professor Snape.
my strategy almost was perfect because I wanted to scoop up Spider-Verse,
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I've pretty much gotten.
I
everything
wanted those
wanted.
3.
Hell. Suffered.
Okay, let me look through here really quick.
I think I've gotten all the ones that I wanted.
So okay, I'll do this. This is this is a good one. Worst MCU,
Okay. All right.
Morbius.
All right. That's-
I didn't
that's
even
big.
consider that as
Is that
Oh,
MCU?
He's not in the MCU, but
Technically
well,
he is.
technically.
Oh, shoot.
I mean,
That's right.
Vulture
No,
was
no,
at the
no.
end.
Well,
No, that doesn't
yeah.
count. That doesn't count. That
Well,
doesn't count.
yeah,
That's Sony,
Vulture
right?
is in it.
Vulture is at the
No,
end.
is that-
Vulture is
From-
in the end, so technically he would.
No, I'm
it'd
not
be
going
in
to
the
count
same
that because
universe.
I think that should be like the phases.
Morbius is bad.
Oh,
Take
no.
that out.
It should
This is
be
Eric.
MCU.
This is the Halloween thing all over again.
I was ready for my.
Well, no, it's just we already designated that it should be.
Yeah.
You also
MCU,
spelled
so, like,
Morbius wrong. I just want you to know that.
I just want you to sit
Oh,
and
is it
think
just a you?
about what you've done.
that's the thing. Is we already designated it to be MCU.
All right,
so-
yeah, Adam, take that
That's
out.
right.
I
He's
wasn't
being fair.
thinking.
He's being a good
That'd be
boy,
cool,
rule
though.
follower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. But the Eric would be yours right now.
That's true.
All right, so I don't know
You
what
could
to
make
do.
that your. Oh, I have a question. Does your TV show / wild card, does that have to be MCU?
No.
No.
Oh, but then you wouldn't pick it because
mm-hmm.
you hate it. Gotcha. Never mind. That would
So what I'm gonna
obviously not
do
make sense.
is because I want to scoop this up really bad,
Mm.
and it's gonna be gone
I scoop your milkshake.
soon, I'd say. Is
Okay.
I'm gonna pick the OG Sam Raimi Spider-Man for my wild card.
Nice.
I need that. I didn't realize I was such a Spider-Man fan, but here we are. All right,
So-
so now
Top tier movie.
non-MCU. There's some good ones I can do there.
I don't know. I don't know where I would put Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 1 for me was actually kind of okay. I feel like for me it was good. It was a good movie, but
I
like
love
Spider-Man
that
2
movie.
just topped it so much.
Yeah.
Like that's why in
That's fair.
relative to things, Spider-Man 1 for me is like an okay. Like in terms of all Marvel movies,
Mhm.
Spider-Man 1 is like good, but not
so
like my favorite.
question
fair.
about the sequels.
about the sequel.
So anything
Well, you make the
after
rules, so-
anything after the first Avengers, that would count as a sequel /
Oh, you mean like
threequel.
an Avengers sequel?
Yeah.
Like you talking like
that would
Age
be
of
a
Ultron?
sequel.
All right, which one do I want?
Technically, could all of these be sequels because they are just
You know what?
chronologically in order in the
No, Philip, we're
same
not gonna
universe.
do
and-
that,
I
sorry.
am going to go
Just saying.
with which one do I like more? Man, it's a lot of thinking.
He's thinking hard.
I am because I want to win this bad. All right, for sequel,
I'm surprised you didn't invite Eric because I'm surprised that you could go
He
through another
did.
one of these.
Eric
we
can't
did. He
go.
couldn't make it.
Oh, I
couldn't
was
make
I was gonna say
That's why you're
I was
here.
I was. I was gonna say
That
I'm
wasn't a roll.
surprised. I'm surprised that you would that you would even allow Eric to not be here. I was
No,
surprised
Eric
you
would-
just wouldn't do it. You know why? Because like I'm surprised that you would release yourself of the chance to just beat him down again.
I just picked all of
Like,
his favorite
yeah,
picks.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
surprised
that's
you
the
just
goal.
wouldn't do that again.
Well, if I win this, I will use it as ammunition to hurt his feelings.
okay.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
All right, for
He's
sequel,
got the messages in
Wait,
this
wait,
one.
wait, hang on.
for sequel,
We need the
I
word of
am
God
going to
now.
pick Avengers: Infinity War.
Mm.
I think
Yep.
I was also thinking about Endgame,
Mm.
but I think just by a little bit,
It's a good one.
I like Infinity War more than
Mm.
Endgame. I love the final
Yeah,
battle
that's a
scene of
good one.
Endgame so much, but other than that, it's just a lot of build up.
Yeah.
That-
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I think I'm good with that. So yeah, Spider-Man 1 for my TV show, sequel Infinity War. So really
Oh,
quick,
I know what I'm gonna do.
while we're here, for the listeners, let's go through really quick what we have so far.
Yep.
So for Ryan, and we can each say our own.
Okay.
So they know. So they can get familiar with our voices.
Sure.
Because we're going to be in your head. That was weird. So me, Ryan, Origin, I have Into the Spider-Verse. Sequel, I have Infinity War. Phase 4/5, I got Guardians of the Galaxy 3. TV show / wild card, I got Spider-Man 1 by my boy, Mr. Raimi. And I still need to fill my non-MCU and my worst MCU. So, Parker, what you got up there?
All right. So I got for my sequel, I have Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. For my Phase 4 and 5, I have Spider-Man No Way Home. For my non-MCU, I have Logan. And then I got to fill my Origin, my TV show / wild card, and my worst MCU.
Yeah, that Logan was a steal.
Yeah, that was huge. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised Dan. That was not a
Yeah.
Didn't take
number
yeah.
one pick for Dan.
That's a good one.
Phil, what you got?
All right, I got Iron Man 1 for my Origin, my Shang-Chi for my Phase 4, and then for my worst MCU, I got Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm going to go ahead and make my fourth pick now also, by the way, since Ryan just
It is
made
his
his.
turn.
So for my sequel, I'm going to go with Thor: Ragnarok.
Okay. I can see that
Interesting.
winning over some people.
I got a hot take.
It was a good. It was a good.
Don't
It
like
was
that
movie.
Definitely.
They had to
No.
reinvent Thor
I
somehow, and I
like-
think they really did it well with Thor Ragnarok.
Definitely the best Thor movie.
Not a huge fan.
Facts.
Not a huge Taika Waititi.
It's the
fan,
only.
so-
Yeah.
It's the only Thor movie I have ever liked.
It's
Of
the only
all of
one.
them.
Well, never mind.
Thor Ragnarok was the only one I've ever
I
liked.
talk about Hulk forever, but they at least did partially him right that movie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. After that, it was just an ultimate fall.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Honestly,
I'll give
wait.
credit for
So
that.
is sequel completely done yet, or Parker, you still have to do your
I
sequel?
still gotta do
Dan,
sequel, too.
yeah, I'm
Dan
curious
has
what you're
to
gonna
do
pick for
sequel.
sequel. You might be screwed.
It's been worse.
Don't you dare
All
say
right,
Iron
Dan,
Man 2.
give us a quick. Is it Dan's
So
turn now?
bad.
Yep.
No,
No.
it's Parker's turn.
Parker's turn.
But Dan needs to.
Yeah, Dan, give us a quick run through, really
All right.
quick, of what you have so
Origin, I picked Guardians. Wild card, I picked Winter Soldiar. And although I really should have picked that one for my sequel.
far. Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably won't let me move it though. That's okay.
Nope.
And my worst, I picked Eternals.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
That's safe.
Fair enough.
All right, so now it's Parker's turn.
Oh boy.
He's
So
still
I
got to
got.
pick an Origin.
I got Origin TV show / wild card worst MC. Oh man, this is not cool.
You're gonna get destroyed.
I think my list can compete with yours.
Oh man, I'm
No
gonna.
questions asked.
I don't know, man. Ragnarok. I mean, for where you were, in
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi was good.
I've been going back and
You
forth,
can't
but
be Iron Man.
I'm
in terms of an
gonna
origin.
go with my wild card.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh.
Eh.
Okay.
Fire movie.
That would have been a good sequel for Dan to grab.
Would have been.
Oh,
Suffering.
I know
out
exactly
here.
what I need to pick.
Dan is losing hope. No, I think he can pull it. I
I
think
was originally gonna go with Daredevil TV show for that spot, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Just-
watched that.
Yeah,
haven't
no one's picked a
seen it?
TV show yet,
No,
have we?
I haven't watched Daredevil.
oh, so good. Wow.
All
It's
right,
just
Dan.
unreal, Philip.
All right.
need to
When you
watch it.
guys are saying sequel, though,
Yep.
does it have to be the second movie?
No,
Yeah, it
no,
can
no.
be-
Because didn't
Like in a
That's-
series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Ragnarok wasn't the second.
because
movie.
Ryan's No Way Home
Okay.
Yeah.
isn't a
All right, my
All right.
or
Infinity War.
whatever he picked.
I'm
was like the third or
perplexed
whatever.
here because obviously we
Perplexed.
need to pick stuff that
Also,
we
mine's
think
the third.
people are going to like.
Mhm.
But there are some things that I really like.
I think stay
Right?
true to you.
This is my
So,
struggle.
but
too.
I
That's what
kind of
I've
have to
been
stay
doing.
true to
yeah,
me.
that's what
so
I've been doing too.
My,
I've been picking ones that I actually
I feel like I'm going to pick Phase 4 and 5.
okay.
Werewolf by Night.
Dude,
Oh, dude,
that
I
is
almost
such
did
a
that.
that is such a great movie. That was in one of my rotations I was thinking about too.
It was so good. It
That
was
was
so
really good.
different. It was like a breath of fresh air.
I
Yeah.
want that.
And it's so
it was
good.
something actually creative, like
Yeah.
artistically.
So
Yeah.
good.
I want that so badly to be the
Yeah.
the future of
Yeah.
Marvel.
Mhm.
I want them to go the monster
Yeah.
route
Mm.
because they have
What's-
Swamp Thing right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
I,
great.
I
That
totally
DC?
forgot about
DC has
Swamp
Swamp
Thing.
Thing.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Marvel has Man Thing though.
Yeah.
Which I just
Which-
saw.
Actually, a really interesting story about that little side
Ooh, a
quest
little
here.
side lore.
So Man Thing and Swamp
Only the
Thing
side, not the front.
are very
Cousins.
similar.
No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
basically the both swamp creatures, right? They differ a little bit in their origins and stuff, but
Uh-huh.
the concept is pretty similar. And they came out the same year, and they were created by two roommates. So these two guys were
Like you mean they both created
the
Swamp
two-
and Man
Wow.
Thing?
Yeah.
Re-
So
I didn't know that.
so the two
really.
roommates, one guy went off and created he created Man Thing, and that guy created Swamp Thing, and they in the same year. And it was
Huh.
I want to say it was only
And
a couple
was this
months.
while they were roommates at the same time?
Mhm.
So they
Yeah.
both knew that they were kind
Yeah.
of both,
Yeah.
both copying each other.
Yeah.
So that's awkward.
And
Must have been a magic room.
I think the comic debuts are only a couple months off of each other,
Dang.
if I remember
So,
correctly.
what was the
But-
monster at the very end of
I
Werewolf
didn't
by
know
Night?
Man Thing.
Man
That was
Thing,
Man
yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the monster universe with like
I was
Marvel.
just
And they
Good
really
movie to
haven't
sink your teeth
explored it
into.
like at all.
Yeah.
And
I
they
also-
really could because that's a whole unexplored
I
territory.
said that was just a good movie to sink your teeth into. You
Yeah.
know?
Just saying.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
good. Hey, Adam, can you step out for a second, please?
Adam, you
No
need to
more of
get
that.
you need to get the badumts on the soundboard.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, he's
he's
got
got
it?
it. But Hop
Okay.
to
He's
click
got it.
3
Okay,
wrong
sorry.
buttons before.
No, normally I do that on purpose.
man.
Well, when
that's
I
a
have
good one,
4 pages of sound bites from you guys, it's hard to filter through
That's a
that.
great
And then I
pick.
got. I guess I'll take my next pick now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
All
right.
right. So I'm hoping you'll let me throw this in here.
Nope.
Okay. For my sequel,
Mm.
I'm going to put in the Loki TV show.
I'll allow it.
'Cause
Is that a sequel? That's pushing it, Dan.
It runs off Thor.
That's
Yeah,
pushing
no,
it.
That's really tough because it's a
I
a
mean-
secluded story. Is my only
Wait,
it's my
wait,
only
no,
argument
no.
against it.
Yeah, because we said
Not
TV show.
Thor. It's
End game.
yeah.
Well, I'm just saying Loki was all the way
Well,
through the
at
Thor.
the beginning, we did say, and Werewolf by Night will slide with this because
Okay.
It's still
it's not a
film.
TV show. It's
I
like a
gotcha.
short film.
Okay, so no
but we
TV.
did say that TV show should stick in the TV show / wild
I,
card.
oh, I
slot.
got you. Okay, that's fine. We'll just get
Oh,
rid of that
okay.
then. Okay, let's go non-MCU.
Non-MCU. All right.
Are you sure we can't just let him swap Winter Soldier with Loki?
Yeah,
And
well,
let his
because
Winter
if,
Soldier be a
if
sequel
Eric
then?
listens
That's all right.
to
They're
this,
hurting me.
You're like, well, you wouldn't let me switch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, you know what they say. You know what your response is to
all
that?
places are set in stone.
Favoritism.
That's right.
Sorry. You know what, Dan,
That
you can pick
just
whatever you want.
really hurt his
Dan,
feelings.
you can pick Nightmare Before Christmas for sequel.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude,
No,
do it.
I'm going way back here for my non-MCU.
It's gonna be a banger, I can tell.
Blade.
Oh,
I knew he was gonna say
dang
Blade.
it.
It was like-
That's
That
what I
is
was
a
gonna put
great-
mine on.
Blade is a good one.
Such a good.
Back to the
Marvel
list
movie.
for Ryan.
Which one? Just
The
the, first
original.
one? Okay,
First
yeah.
one.
The original.
Yeah,
Because
I-
they also
that's
had,
a really
they also
good
had
movie.
the
If
other
he would have
ones.
shown up at the first scene of Twilight, we never would have had any of the rest of those movies. Blade would have just shown up and just
One
Werewolf
of
would've
my
would have had to
Oh my
suffer
gosh.
through all
Yeah.
of that. Yeah.
one of my core memories of a child is going to my grandparents' house and walking downstairs while my grandpa was asleep on the couch and he was watching TV, and I didn't wake him up because the show he was watching, or it was a movie, looked dope, but I knew I wouldn't be allowed to watch it because I was probably like 5. And so I snuck in and sat down and watched it, and it was the beginning
Blade.
of Blade.
Nice.
When they go into the club, because I was like, oh, they're going to a club. I'm about to see something I'm not allowed to see. So I was just quietly watching, and then it started raining blood, and I freaked out. I woke up I was like, ah, blood! Yeah, so that's my core
Oh,
memory.
man.
I love Blade, though.
I
It's
haven't
sweet.
seen that movie in forever.
All right,
Such a-
parkour.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's Parker
Parker's
now.
up.
Oh, wait, no, doesn't Dan go a second time?
No, he went
He
his
did.
second.
He went
Oh, that
twice.
was his. Okay, sorry.
Oh, so I got in
Favoritism.
between
You got 2.
Origin and Worst MCU.
Keep losing
Mhm.
your list, Parker.
Mhm. I feel like it's hard to pick your worst.
I'm gonna
MCU
do-
because there's all the worst ones have been.
Oh no, there's
Really been
definitely
picked.
worse.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like the really. Ugh.
I would argue.
Don't you dare soundbite that, Adam. Okay.
Hey, it's all up for grabs, you guys.
I know it is.
That's what she
It's
said.
fair.
I've abandoned my
Huh?
boy.
I've abandoned my boy.
I would argue that the worst MCU film,
Oh.
Now, do you actually think this?
yes,
Oh, really? Okay, so there's one that hasn't been
yes,
picked yet.
is
Oh.
Ant-Man 3.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay. That's
Ooh.
also
Another one
a
I
good
haven't
obvious
seen.
pick. I
Spider-Man
forgot
3,
about
is that what you
that.
said?
Ant-Man
Ant-Man.
3.
Ant-Man 3.
I would
would
watch
argue with that.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man
me,
3
Dan.
was rough.
No,
argue with
I would have said I would agree with
Dude,
that.
Oh,
I just thought, I can't
I
believe.
totally forgot about that. As
I
a
Yeah.
note.
thought you might have said Captain Marvel.
Dude, I just thought of an origin movie that nobody
Captain
has picked
Marvel's-
yet for anything, and it's blowing my mind that no one's picked it.
Captain Marvel's bad, but it's not. I know exactly what.
See, I think my
Is
thing
it?
is that like I think Quantum
I know what you're
Mania
thinking of,
still
too.
had an all right story.
No.
Even though it was done horribly and the characters couldn't shut up about random things.
Yeah,
Like the story, like just without all the horrible dialogue, the dialogue was just awful
it just
in the
hurt
movie.
my
Like
brain.
without that, the story was actually all right.
Nope.
The VFX sucked though,
That's
and the
facts.
dialogue was awful.
Yeah. One thing
Like, I
that
couldn't sit through any conversation.
Dude, there are too many Marvel movies for this
list.
list. There's going to be some. I'll tell you right now. There's going to be some mad people that we haven't we haven't
Alright,
even
alright,
talked
alright.
about
So-
considering a few films
Yeah.
that are some of people's
There's
favorites.
just not enough
Yeah.
room.
So yeah, like I'm really stuck on what I choose now for my wild
you
card.
got this, Phil.
You're up.
Gonna hit.
I'm
hit us
I'm
with
stuck
something
between
nuts.
two choices.
So you have non-MCU and wild card.
I know what my non-MCU is.
Okay. My origin, I'm struggling with.
So for my wild card,
There's two huge origins.
I know, and I'm thinking of ruining yours.
I've already picked my origin. You
Oh,
might-
sorry.
You could ruin my plan
I'm
based on
so
what you
stuck
picked.
between the two.
I just thought of another one that no one's picked.
Okay, so my for my wild card, I'm gonna have to go with Deadpool.
Mm.
I was
Good
wondering when that
movie.
would.
I was thinking about
So
That's a
It was
good
either
one.
that or something I'll
Does-
say after everyone's done with
is
it.
that
Yeah.
MCU? Does that count as MCU?
not-
Because I was
it's not
gonna.
Marvel.
Because it's
Movie.
Marvel, because it's wild card. Doesn't have to
Yeah.
be MCU.
It's not MC. Well, yeah, I know,
it's
but I
not
was saying
MCU.
my plan when I got to
No, it's not.
non-MCU.
Oh,
No,
was
it's
to
definitely
try
not
to get that
MCU.
one. But it's so
It's definitely not
it's
MCU.
about to be.
I mean,
They
if you
wanna-
want to be,
they wanna start
if you want to be
making them.
technical,
because he makes
Every
fourth
Marvel
wall
movie's
breaks
MCU
about
now.
characters that are in the MCU, so that's why it's
Yeah.
tough.
yeah.
But like a lot of people argue
yeah,
now.
Yeah. Okay.
we're gonna we'll
That's a
say
good
no
pick.
because it was before all
Yeah.
the multiverse stuff.
I was stuck
happened.
between that and one other movie.
All right. It is. Wait, it's my turn to wrap up now, right?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Dang, this is flying by. All right.
Okay, so I'm confused. Are we leaving that for Philip?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
I want to slide, Philip.
You better slide like those
Don't say it.
kicks you wear on the concrete because you got no grip on them shoes,
All
Oh,
right, Philip.
boy.
oh,
Can we get him out of here?
I'm throwing shade.
oh.
Should have brought the smelling salts.
Ryan's got let it be known to all the viewers at home. Ryan has slippery shoes.
I do.
That's facts.
We just got back from a youth event where I had to play capture the flag,
Mm-hmm.
and the first step I took of me
He actually
running,
died.
I just about blew my knee out. It was crazy. Anyway, let's wrap it up for old Rye Guy. I know exactly what I'm gonna pick now.
Oh man.
Actually, no, I don't. Okay, so non-MCU.
It's tough.
I just thought of 3 things, and I thought I was so sure. One sec. Let me look at the
This
list.
is why this podcast is 2 hours long.
We
This
can
is
make it.
this is why we have friends in Norway. Fans in Norway.
You should just make the hour cut off and then start charging people premium to see your hour-long after show, and it's really just the second
Wow.
half that we're just not giving people. It's a
That would
money
be-
grab.
All right.
But
Would
we
be
don't
epic.
have enough viewership to
Yeah,
be
we
able to
do.
afford that.
Yeah, we do.
So
Well,
I think.
we do.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do.
Ryan's got some.
Hit us
Die
with
Hard
something
fan.
crazy.
All right. So
His Denmark
4.
girlfriend.
Oh crap! But it's worst MCU. I keep forgetting that.
Oof.
Okay.
There's
I
a lot
still
you
know what
could
I'm gonna
say
do.
for worst.
All right.
Marvel.
So non-MCU.
Ryan's like, no one
we're
can
gonna
buy
grab
this."
it. Parker put it on the list, so it's legit. Men in Black, baby.
Oh,
I love it.
That's fair.
that's a great.
Tough, man.
All
that
my
was-
alien friends.
Ugh.
I love that one.
that was gonna be.
surprised
That
you
was
didn't
gonna be
pick
my
Men in
next
Black 2.
pick.
A dead man.
So for
Men in Black
worst
2 was my
MCU, I gotta pick it
Such a
now.
great movie.
Man.
That was probably gonna be my.
The new one
origin
was
pick.
Buns. Did not like the new one.
No, new one was Garbo.
Mm-hmm. Big Garbo.
Big Garbo.
Is it my turn?
Worst.
Oh, no, Ryan has
No.
picked second. Yeah, that's right.
Ryan's finishing.
Worst MCU.
Finishing it off.
I used to do that line from Men in Black all the time, where he
Yeah.
comes in and looks for the cat.
Oh yeah.
A man came in here the other day, a dead man. He was a friend of mine. He had a cat. It's very special to me.
Men in Black.
Oh.
It's a big guy when he's like the bug
Oh,
one. and he
yeah.
comes in.
It's the Kingpin.
It's Kingpin. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say the guy I can never pronounce his name. Sorry,
No.
sponsor us.
It's a good follow
Join us on
up.
the podcast.
Good follow up.
I can't never
Teach us
say
how to
his name.
pronounce your name.
D'Offriano or yeah.
Something like that.
All right,
Sounds
for
pretty close.
worst MCU film,
Worst MCU film.
I'm gonna go
Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'm just kidding.
with
I mean, that's pretty.
Madagascar 2.
Oh,
Man.
Man, that
for,
was my favorite.
for worst, there's 2 I could go here.
I think everybody's
Which
picked their
one?
worst.
Yeah, I feel
by
like
now,
everybody else
so you
is
could
like.
say
I'm kind of curious to know what your two are.
Oh, okay.
actually.
So the 2 I'm thinking of are Thor: The Dark World or Captain Marvel. Don't influence me. 'cause I'm
Both
gonna-
of those are good picks, honestly.
which
both
one
of
do I
those were
hate
pretty
more?
bad.
I know which one I.
I'm trying to think if someone were to hold up 2 iPads in front of me, one playing Captain Marvel and one playing Thor: The Dark World, and held me at gunpoint and said you have to sit here and watch one of them, the one that I would be more miserable watching.
Mine would be Captain Marvel.
You get to see a blockbuster. That's about it. No,
That's a good point.
it's kind of a recall to the '90s.
So we're gonna pick Thor: The Dark World because I
Oh,
do like the
really?
blockbuster scene.
I feel like I would dislike Captain
Yeah.
Marvel more.
So there's my
Yeah,
list.
I understand that.
I'll read it
Uh,
off. So Origin Into the Spider-Verse, sequel
Classic.
Infinity War, Phase 4/5, Gotga 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Shout out my boy Groot. And my boy Teefs. Rest in peace. dude.
Chiefs. that
Rest
was
in
such a
peace,
good
Chiefs.
scene.
Spoilers.
Yeah, while we're here,
What's your name
we
gonna be?
haven't done. Yeah,
I
that's a
think I'll name
spoiler.
myself Teefs.
He's like, I think my name will be Teefs. because mine are rather predominantly large. Then he gets capped in the next scene. Dude, I cried so many. I love that movie so much.
a
I went
great
in with
movie.
such low expectations, but then it opened with Rocket singing "Creep" by Radiohead.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. It
You've
was
seen
such
it,
a good
right?
opening
That's
scene.
good.
Were you there?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
he was.
That
We've all
was
seen
that
it.
was
You
one
see
of
it?
the.
Okay.
It was one of the best
Man,
probably
I've only seen it
Marvel
once.
opening scenes.
It's
ever.
actually one I'll actually probably buy
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely
because
buying
I've
that.
stopped
Yeah.
buying them.
Yeah, and then, dude, there was just so much as an animal lover that really.
Really triggered me. My PETA
No, and they're at the end, but they save all the
my
animals.
ASPCA card. I got it out. I was just looking to do it.
He's
Bucket-
not
where's the
concerned
bucket
about
of
the
cows going?
children that were saved. He's more excited about the animals that were
That's
rescued.
an animal.
So as an animal lover, I loved seeing the walrus hybrid get capped.
Remind me of the little toys in Toy Story that come out from under
True.
Sid's bed.
Yeah.
That's facts.
See, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I love that movie. Maybe we'll do a whole episode dedicated to that at some point.
Anyways,
But-
continue.
Anyway, I'm passionate about my list, man. I love making lists.
Well, you're not finishing.
Non MCU. I picked Men in Black. Shout
movie.
out,
Classic.
shout out my slimes and Mars gang gang. TV show / wild card. Spider-Man 1. Sam Raimi, best Peter Parker. Sue me. And then worst MCU is Thor: Dark World. So that is my list.
Good list.
The boys are gonna wrap it up.
All right, so I've got an
Phil.
interesting pick for this non-MCU.
So you have
Okay.
non-MCU.
Yeah.
Are
Oh
you
yeah,
sure?
I'm gonna do it. Are you kidding
Let's
me?
go.
Any inspiration I can get for someone else to watch it. Okay, so let's just
Philip's using his platform
this out of
for
the
good
way.
right now.
don't watch this movie with your children. But for non-MCU, I'm gonna have to go with 1986. I don't know why I've just forgotten. I just had it because I just watched it not too long
1986, the
ago.
movie.
Yeah, it's just 1986.
Space
Oh yeah,
Jam.
sorry. Howard the Duck.
Oh, jeez. Leah Thompson.
Oh man.
Marty McFly's mom.
She went from Back to the Future to Howard the Duck.
Howard
That
the
was really a
Duck.
hard
power
career dip for her.
I've never seen that. What's the MCU movie where Howard the Duck's in the post credit scene?
That's
Endgame.
Oh, is it Guardians 1?
There's
He's
a couple
in-
of them.
he's-
I was
yeah,
gonna say,
I
he's
think
in
he's
a
in
cou-
it.
he's in a couple.
Guardians
right?
is the first one.
I'm thinking of the one where it's the museum that they
Yeah.
sit
Oh,
in
the
the
collector.
Collector's
That's,
one.
The
yeah,
collector,
That's
yeah.
Guardians.
I think he's in the second one as well, but I think I know
And
he's
then
in Endgame.
He is in Guardians though.
Yeah.
He has
'Cause
a big
one, he's
gun.
at a table,
Yep.
and then the other one, he's actually fighting. it.
86 Howard the Duck, man.
All right.
Gotta love
Nobody laughs at a
Got-
master of quack food. Quack food.
All right, Parker.
Parker's up.
Wow, I didn't
Oh,
get to
man.
explain my
Take
list.
us
It's
home.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Phil.
no,
explain
no,
your
no,
list.
it's okay.
I gotta think of my origin, so you.
Oh, okay, so I'll
you
give you
go
time.
for it.
All right, so my origin is Iron Man 1 peak. Sequel has to be Thor Ragnarok. My phase 4 or 5 was Shang-Chi. My non-MCU is 1986 Howard the Duck. My wild card was Deadpool, and my worst MCU was Thor Love and Thunder.
All right.
Pretty
All right.
solid list.
All right, Parker, I've been waiting for your origin for a while now.
Listen, there are 3
I've
huge
Mhm.
movies.
I know. I was 2
2 of which
I
we
feel like
haven't
he's gonna,
mentioned any movies in the whole series yet.
I feel like he's gonna pick for an origin. I feel
So
like he's
you're
gonna
about to
pick
make
what
a
I
lot
was
of
going
people
to pick for my
mad
wild
if
card.
we start ignoring.
yeah. See, there's
Because I was gonna pick it for my wild card.
a
If-
part of me would love to
Dragon Ball
pick one of the 90s Marvel movies
Ooh.
because
That
there's
would be
some
interesting.
guilty pleasures in there. But I think if I'm gonna stay true
Don't get too
to
guilty.
my favorites and stuff, I'm gonna have to go for my origin, Black Panther.
Yeah. That's I was stuck
Mm.
between
There it is.
Deadpool and
Yeah.
Black Panther for my wild
Yeah.
card.
That was on my strategy for sequel because I loved that. I love Black Panther
Yeah.
too. That
The-
really
movie
I
was-
didn't like it.
oh,
Like,
dude,
ugh.
it was so good.
I love Black
Listen,
Panther 1.
there are so few ways that they could have recovered from
Yeah.
losing
That's
Chadwick
also
Boseman,
fair.
but they
That's
did
fair.
it the best I think they could have done.
Yeah.
It was so
That's
it
a
was
good-
so
that's a
good
point.
Yeah. Black Panther 1 is just
It's
I love it.
it's a great
because they
Yeah.
could have just literally just picked up the second movie,
Mm.
acting
Yeah.
like the first one, just like it's like, oh yeah, he went to a different planet. And,
And then call it good. Yeah.
yeah, but no,
They died there.
they did him justice, and it was such a good movie. But
I-
Black Panther 1 is
I still
so
listen
stinking
to
good.
I listen to Black Panther 1 soundtrack.
Mhm.
To
Oh,
this
yeah.
day.
You
It's
think,
just-
that's, do you
dude,
think that's your favorite
phenomenal.
MCU soundtrack?
Oh, Black Panther soundtrack was so
yeah,
good.
I'd say that. I think Guardians is pretty re-listened.
Yeah.
re-listened. whatever.
Replayable,
Replayable. There
Yeah,
we
you
go.
go.
I don't know why I was thinking, but I think
re-listenable.
Black Panther's my
Yeah, that's a good
favorite
pick.
soundtrack,
Parker,
but-
give us
Yeah.
a quick rundown.
So, for my origin, I picked Black Panther. For my sequel, I picked Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. For my Phase 4 or 5, I picked Spider-Man No Way Home. For my non-MCU, I picked Logan. And for my wild card, I picked Across the Spider-Verse. And my worst MCU movie, I picked Ant-Man 3.
Solid picks.
I'm confident
I
that.
think you're gonna get some votes for No Way Home for sure. You're gonna get some votes for Across the Spider-Verse for sure.
See, and the
You
thing
got
is,
that's a
I
stacked
think.
list.
Unoriginal.
Hey, listen to me. If somebody was to come up and ask me, like, without any other
Yeah.
context,
Baiting for votes.
I would. These are the movies I would pick if it wasn't even a draft. Like, this is just if they were to ask me, hey, what's your
Yeah,
favorite
most of
this, what's
mine
your
are that
favorite
way.
that, then
The
I would
only
say
the only
those.
one on my list that I would change would be Ragnarok for Spider-Man 2, but you picked it for like.
Yeah.
But other than that, my list is
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's stacked.
For
Not
sure.
not gonna lie.
Hey, it's I got good taste. What can I say?
All right.
Wait,
Yeah,
has Dan
true.
not? Did Dan not pick a sequel?
Dan,
I gotta do my
though,
last
Dan's
pick.
Oh,
got
he
the
didn't.
sleeper
Dan's gotta
build.
bring us home.
Dan's got
right.
the sleeper build.
Oh man.
I did.
Ooh.
I got the like. If you're kind of a Marvel movie fan, these. Are the
Yeah,
ones.
you've got,
Yeah,
you've got to
see,
actually
you're
have
gonna get a
watched
lot of
some
people
of them,
with
like
that.
Werewolf by Night.
I'm not gonna
and
get if you're like 20 something and blonde and ditzy, like you're not. Gonna vote for
That's
my
Hey, if
list.
I was voting, I'd probably
stuff. Hey, don't talk about Ryan that way.
Sorry.
probably riff that
Yeah,
one
dude.
right now.
I've been dyeing my hair like this to not be called those things.
All right, so I'll read through my list. Origin, Guardians of the Galaxy. Sequel, I'm gonna throw in Wakanda Forever.
It's a good pick.
That's a really good
Have
pick.
to throw it in there just because of like what you guys said, but as a sequel, quality of how they did that, what they did, I think that
Yeah.
it fits in there really strong.
Yep.
I would have picked Spider-Man 2 though if that wasn't my pick.
Yeah, I think everybody would pick
Yeah, I think
Spider-Man
everyone
too.
Is that your round one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was-
Phase 4, 5, Werewolf by Night, non-MCU, Blade, Wild Card, Winter Soldier, and worst MCU, Eternals.
It's a good list.
Yeah, boys.
We had there's some. I think every list is pretty.
Yeah.
good.
Yes. Can you zoom out a little bit so we can see all those at once?
yeah, good old zoom out.
So right off the bat, nobody picked the OG Captain America.
I wanted
Yeah.
to pick him for origin story.
See, I just
Leah's
think
gonna
there's
disown
too
you,
many.
I know
others.
because that's her favorite.
Yeah.
That's her hands down is her favorite.
Yeah.
I did pick.
See, for
Winter
me, it's just
Soldier.
because I think I remember when Captain America came out, and it was like definitely up there, but like from that, I think there's been too many other origin stories that I like
Mhm.
more than Captain
The
America.
other one that nobody.
like Iron Man's, I prefer.
there's
Iron
two
Man's
other
over
ones that I'm surprised nobody picked. I guess Origin. There's a lot of good stuff we could pick for Origin, but nobody picked Doctor Strange. Nobody
Yeah.
picked Doctor Strange
Oh.
anything. I was tempted. I know nobody
It's a
liked
good
it,
pick.
but I really liked Multiverse of Madness.
No, I liked
Really,
it.
I didn't
I,
like
I
it.
liked it.
I saw the movie twice.
Really?
I think I
Yeah.
wish they would go the whole. We talked to monsters. I
Yeah.
wish they would
Yeah.
go the whole zombie route
Mm.
because Marvel had a great
I
run
agree
of
with
the
that.
zombie comics and
Yeah.
stuff. Those are my favorite to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
And just nuts.
Because that's
Yeah.
touching the like monster side of the MCU that I really
Yeah.
want them
I mean,
to go
see,
into.
for
There's a
me-
monster universe somewhere. So
For me, Multiverse of
Monsters
Madness,
Inc.
I don't think it was
Monsters Inc.
bad. I don't think it was bad or
supposed to work.
anything. Like
Like
I would
dental.
just put it like very average because I felt like there was so much cool stuff that they could have explored that they didn't even touch on at all.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't like.
think
Multiverse of
what it
Madness. I
came
think it was
down
just average.
to-
I didn't think it was bad though.
Yeah. What I think it came down to was there was very clearly scenes that were Sam Raimi, and there were very
Oh,
clearly scenes
yeah.
that was just
Yeah.
like Kevin Feige, like you
Yeah.
better do this or
Very
I'm gonna
true.
beat you.
That, and that probably is what happened.
So and like all the
production-wise.
stuff that was Sam Raimi rocked.
Yeah.
So it was so
Shined.
cool.
peak.
shine.
But all the stuff that was like you have to throw it in because we need some
Exactly.
canon type stuff.
That's true.
it was like it's
Sam
alright.
Raimi didn't do the most recent Evil Dead, did he?
Nope.
Okay. Was he involved?
He produced it.
That's what I,
Produced it.
that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Great movie.
So yeah, Doctor Strange is one that I'm surprised. I guess I'm not super surprised because
It's a
those are
good
good
one.
movies, but also like there's better ones.
Yeah.
But nobody picked. I'm the only one that picked anything Avengers. I thought for sure someone was going to get Avengers for Origin, because that.
Well, I didn't
is-
think that would count as an
it's-
origin though.
I mean, technically it is.
See, I would disagree with
It's
you.
an
What other
origin of
movie?
the
What other
team.
movie talks about the Avengers coming together?
Well, I know, but
Well,
it's the Avengers.
yeah,
it's
I
not
see
an
what you're
origin of a
saying.
hero. I wouldn't
Yeah.
consider that an origin. I would just consider that a story where all of these other
It's-
characters
it's the
who have
origin
already
of the
That's an
originated,
origin.
who have already originated, just happen to come together. Their plot lines just happen.
But
to
you have an
fold
entire
together like
comic
that.
book line called Avengers.
I
Who
just,
are
I
the
guess I would
Avengers?
just disagree because I don't.
How did
consider
they
it an
come
origin.
together?
You're not gonna change my mind. I just don't consider it.
So you, You're gonna
gonna
catch
change
up
my
on Infinity War. You're just gonna
The
jump right in.
Avengers to me is not a character. That's what I'm saying. The Avengers isn't a character. The Avengers is
It's not
a
character
term
origin.
for all of these other characters.
It's just origin, the beginnings of
I
something.
guess it depends how you look at it. I could see Phil's point of view. I would come at it from it's a team origin, so I would let it
okay,
slide.
yeah, I
but
just-
that's
Well, but
that's
I
just
look
me
at it as
personally.
if
When
you
I
jumped in
think
on
origin-
Infinity War.
In fairness, we didn't
How'd
specify
these guys come
this.
together? How'd they
Yeah.
all come together?
In
What
fairness,
what
we
brought
didn't
them together?
specify this before we started, but when Ryan told me one of the topics was origin, I'll be honest, I immediately think, well, the characters, it's a character origin. like, I just wouldn't count any
And
team.
It was a part of all the characters.
Mhm.
They were almost Nick Fury is the tail end of almost every other one of those characters'
Mhm.
origin movies. So
Hmm.
it ties
True.
together with
So
the
wouldn't it be more of
origin.
a sequel to all of those character movies? Not an
the
origin.
Avengers is.
It's all
But it
semantics.
ties into
Depends on
that.
how you
It's all
say it.
semantics.
Yeah.
Hey,
I-
Eric's
I-
not here.
I-
Eric's not
I
here.
like
Someone's
some
got
good
I don't know
antics.
what
Live on a spirit.
semantics means, but it
It's like-
it is.
Yeah.
The
well, no,
meaning
it's,
behind
it's
what
like
you're
saying.
it's like
Semantics.
you know Sam.
It is.
Oh,
He gets a little anticky.
Sam antics.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Oh,
out.
thank you
Yeah.
for that, Philip.
A little,
I thought
it was
little
Sam.
side
God.
note. I recently, I'd say the past like 2 weeks, Siler's been wanting to go back through forever and watch the Marvel movies again, which
Like
I've
the
done a
early
lot.
ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay, yeah.
we just went through and watched all of Phase 1 again. So I started on Letterboxd. I was like, oh, I've never rated these movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
That's
I must
funny.
say, the Phase 1 is probably my favorite of all the phases.
Right.
Like just rewatching them.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man 1
can-
is still
I have to agree
awesome.
with you on that.
Captain America is still great. The first
Yeah.
Thor is
Thor
pretty
1
good.
isn't that bad, yeah.
Yeah, the Hulk's, it's Hulk. That's hard for me to say, but and then Avengers was awesome. There are so many
Yeah.
cool like one-liners in there when they all come together.
I'd have to
Phase
completely
1's great.
agree with you.
Phase
on
1
that.
is really
like
good.
Phase 1, like yeah. Like my favorite thing. This is totally me just nerding out. Only things that I would care about. But like my favorite thing about Phase 1 is like you go back to Iron Man 1 and the VFX today. I would argue look just as good as
Still
like they
good.
still hold up.
Mhm.
Like I was just rewatching this actually not too long ago. The very first scene where Iron Man is getting into his full colored
That's
suit,
awesome.
not the
Yeah.
white one, but the full
Yeah,
colored
it's
suit.
still
And
awesome.
so you look at the fake shadows they put over when his mask is coming over and the fake shadow has to come. That looks just completely good, right? Like you can see, like even though it's sleek and clean and the suit is new, if you pause it and you watch, you can still look that they put enough detail into those CG models. There are like thumbprints
Mhm.
and like little fingerprint smears, and there's just the VFX still hold up to this day for those old movies.
Yeah. It's
They're just
such
still
a
They look
good.
good
just as good as as stuff does nowadays.
I think a big
Better than some
reason
stuff
why
nowadays.
is it felt like at the Phase 1 probably had the best characterization of the
Oh, yeah.
identity it was
Oh,
going
yeah.
for.
Oh
and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Like they knew what they were going for. It was just a bunch of
And they full
guys
sent
that
it too.
yeah, it was just a bunch of guys that like loved the characters and they wanted to make movies about them. And
Yeah.
then everything after we see is kind of just like people go to these. We're gonna spend a lot of
Mhm.
money and it'll be mediocre.
Well, yeah, because it
like
really
Phase
was
4 and
like
stuff,
well, like
but-
especially like when they started off with Iron Man 1 for Phase 1, like that was their decision to be like, all right, we're gonna like reinvent all these
Yeah.
superhero characters to make some
Yeah.
like actual like seriously well made,
Yeah.
a little bit more gritty and intense
Mm.
Gritty.
like character movies.
I said my funny bone.
deserved.
But like yeah, but like they full sent it like with those
Mhm.
characters, especially in Phase 1,
Yeah.
and like
Mhm.
making some more actually serious stuff compared to what they'd made in the past.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now it's time for this question. So if you were in a Coliseum
Oh no.
with one one of
I'm
these
cutting you guys off right now.
one of these characters,
Oh, which one could I kill?
we
With my bare
can't pick.
hands.
We can't use Howard the Duck. But which
Come
one do you think that
on.
you would have the most likely be able to defeat?
Howard the Duck.
You can't pick Howard the Duck.
I know Quack Fu. I'm a black belt.
MIB.
Maybe one of the old dudes from Men in Black.
Yeah,
They're
true.
not- if they're
That's
just
true.
gonna beat
I
up
mean,
an
Yeah,
old
just-
Men
dude.
in Black.
Just scan it real quick without taking Howard the Duck out. I don't know. It's got to be Men in Black.
Why you gotta take out Howard the Duck?
I'm going with Ant
He
Man.
rightfully has been placed on the list to fight.
I'm pretty sure I could take Ant Man. He's done. Or
How?
I think I could kill.
What's your?
I think I could
I
defeat
feel like you
Thor.
would just go big. Ant-Man just go big.
Big mode.
Big mode.
I'd go big mode.
I've seen Ryan when he goes big mode. It's kind of scary.
I don't want to see me go big mode.
Yeah, I've seen Ryan when he goes big mode.
Don't like that.
Uh-oh.
Dan,
I'm not a vampire, so I'm just going to hang out with Blade while everyone's fighting.
you're just hanging out.
I'm just going to be his. I got your
There you
6,
go.
Blade.
Yeah.
Just protect
I guess
me.
there's no way you wouldn't be fighting him. He'd be protecting you.
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
he?
I'm
Yeah.
not a vampire. So.
That's true.
All right. What about you, Parker?
Or it could be the Spider Verse because it's cartoon.
I was,
Exactly.
li- stop, I was, I
When
was
you
literally
did that.
prepping this joke for the whole time.
Sorry,
I was
Phil.
prepped for that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go into the Spider Verse because he's flat on a piece
Oh.
of paper. So I just
So,
like,
person
I
on-
know.
like right, he
Mine.
can't- he can't-
Computer
He
on the
can't,
plug.
he can't work in our 3-dimensional world. And I was preparing that joke the whole time. And I
Sorry,
just
man.
ruined it.
Mine
I just looked down and
that
realized.
I can defeat is Black Panther's son in Wakanda Forever. Now, it would be considered a hate crime, but so I'm probably not going to fight
That's
him.
all right.
but, you know.
I'd
Child
probably,
abuse.
honestly, I'd probably go Aunt May from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Oh, wait a minute now.
That'd be, I could handle that.
Yeah, she's like only 85.
No, just take Uncle Ben.
Oh, too soon.
Uncle Ben.
Rip. God rest his soul.
Well, but you look at that.
Oh,
Would you look at that?
you
Next
look
question
at
I want to propose is
That.
Adam. I know you hate doing this, but if you were to choose
Oh, I have no thought in
Go.
one right now, who would you pick?
30 seconds.
What?
Out of no, if you were to choose, who do you think has the best list?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't want to give that away now.
No, do it.
come on, Adam.
Give it away.
I'm in competition with Ryan now.
I didn't have any time. I wasn't thinking of this, so you put me on the spot.
You're good. Just glance through that.
Oh man. I think you don't want to know. I'm not gonna
Come
tell
on,
you.
say it. Yes, say
it.
Come
I do
on.
want to hear it.
Because I know you're not going to vote because it's going to skew the votes.
Yeah.
So you might as well say it now.
Come on.
Come on, Adam.
Come on, Adam.
I'll tell you who my second place is.
No, tell us the
No,
first.
okay.
No one
Tell
cares
us
and then
about
I'm telling you my
second.
first.
That's
I'm
the
gonna-
first
I'm gonna go
loser.
second,
Okay.
and then
Second
tell
is
you
just
my
a first
first.
place loser.
Okay. Adam, who's your second
Um,
place?
Right there.
Philip.
Ooh,
Oh.
second place being Philip.
I'm gonna win this thing. I will beat
well,
you.
I tell you what
Philip,
did
you are
it
not
for
gonna
me
beat
with
me. I'm
Philip
gonna
was
beat
the
you.
first three.
Howard
Like
the
that's a
Duck.
powerful top
Yep,
three right
yep.
there.
That's true.
And Deadpool, that's a good one. Thor 4, I would.
Sucked.
Nah, I don't know. And then of course Howard's way out there. Now.
Come on,
but
you got
the first three.
Everybody who's
there's
watching this who
four,
votes, you got to watch Howard the Duck. Otherwise, it's not
super
fair.
strong. I mean, I can give reasoning for all of these, but
yeah,
I gotta go with Dan.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
that would.
It's Blade. It's
Truth-
Blade.
truth-
It's
Truthfully-
Blade is a
Adam
big
owns
part
the
of that
sword.
one.
Adam owns the sword.
Winter
Yeah.
Soldier's
Yeah.
huge. But you know, you guys
Eternals
make
was
fun of me for
buns.
this, but I see good in all these movies, even
Yeah.
your worst. So I
Even
get different
Thor:
things
Dark
out of
World?
all of them.
Yeah, I don't know if Dark World's excusable, Adam.
I get why it's on the list, but it's not the worst movie for me.
All right, everybody, we're gonna go burn Adam's house down.
My family's
Pitchforks
in
and-
there. Please don't do
pitchforks
that.
and torches.
All right,
Everybody
so
get ready.
Now it is our viewers' turn.
Frankenstein.
We will share a link.
That was so terrifying.
So you're going to vote for who you
Frankenstein.
think has the best list,
Frankenstein movie.
and then the next pod we're going to reveal.
It's gonna
Um,
be brutal.
But we need to give a little message,
Oh.
which I forgot about.
That's terrible.
But luckily, I got something.
He's got something.
So this is a message that I shared Wednesday for youth. So I think you both were there. You've already heard this.
No.
And everyone from youth listening has heard
Was I
this
there?
too. And it's,
wait, I
a,
was.
it's a pretty straightforward lesson, just a good reminder. So we were talking in Proverbs, talking about some of the different themes in there. And one of the big themes in Proverbs is friendships. And talking about because in Proverbs Solomon is writing and talking to his son, and he's really stressing this topic of friendship because he's worried for his son because he knows the impact that friendships are going to have on people. What?
Sorry, I just had to yawn. I was trying to hold it in.
The worst part was I was looking at Parker and I could hear it in my headphones. Like, you'll hear it. Everybody listen.
The loudest.
Rewind it like 20 seconds. You're going to hear Parker go up to his mic and just go.
Anyway,
Sorry, continue.
may God forgive you.
Amen.
Anyway, so yeah, Proverbs Solomon is talking about the importance of friendship because we know Solomon was a smart dude. He understands the scale. You about to yawn again?
Nope.
He understands the importance that our friends have in our lives. And so in youth, we were just talking about how important it is to, I know as older people, adults, we don't really consider that at this point, you know, because we've got our friendships mainly established. I think all of us in here have good groups of friends that'll point us in the right direction. But it is still a good thing to consider. You know, the people who you hang out with are the people who you basically become, because we are basically a reflection of the people we're around the most, because they're pouring into us. Hopefully they're pouring into us, but a lot of times they're taking stuff away from us, which is also going to make us who we are before God. And so that's just a reminder I have for people that it is important who you spend time with, who you call your friends, who you share things with. And for those people who feel like they might not have the best friends around them, sometimes you just have to take a step back from those friendships. It sucks, and it's not a fun thing. It's something that I've had to do before. But what I told the students and youth is that saying no to a friendship, but saying yes to God is something you will never regret. It might be hard, but at the end of the day, everyone's friends are going to be gone. And the only thing that we're going to have left is God. And so just ask yourself, what's your relationship going to be like at that point when you have no friends? Because you're a reflection of who you had surrounded yourself with. You're a reflection of who has been pouring into you, or who has been, you know, pulling parts of you out, tearing you down. So at the end of the day, it's just going to be you and God, and you want to be close to him. You want to have spent your years here growing towards him and being strong. Proverbs 13:20. I don't know why I'm in 25. Proverbs 13:20.
Isn't that how
Just
old
to-
you are?
320 years old.
Yep.
13:20. This is a pretty popular verse.
I'm at the
It says, "Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm." And so, kind of what I was just mentioning, that suffer harm part, that's what it is. Constantly being tore down by your friends, or constantly giving into the trends or the sins that a bad group of friends have, that's going to reflect onto you, and that's going to ultimately affect your relationship with God. So just make sure that maybe the younger people listening who are in high school, or maybe if you're a college student listening, you don't have the time to waste with a group of friends who's tearing you down, because our friends are supposed to be there for us when we are the most vulnerable, to point us to God when we are in those dark spots. And so if you're in a group of friends who, if you're low, you're pointing you to the wrong places, to the wrong things to find comfort in, you just don't have the time to surround yourself with that, because it's really one of the most important things you can do on earth as a Christian, is to find the right group of people to influence you. And on the inverse of that, you want to sometimes ask yourself the question, if you're being that friend for someone, if you are that person that's building up people, if you, when a friend or someone you know is vulnerable, are you pointing them in the right direction? Because sometimes we could become that friendship someone needs to step away from, but we don't want that to happen. So we need to make sure that with the friends we do have, that we understand the importance we have in their lives. We need to understand that we're there to help build them towards God, help them grow towards God. Because that's really should be our main goal here, is to grow towards God and grow others towards God. So that's what I got. Thoughts?
It's great. It's great.
Great. Anyone
mean-
disagree?
No.
That would be.
Dan's like,
be
well,
bad.
technically,
I completely 100% agree with you. And I kind of, when I spoke down at camp, I kind of mentioned that.
yeah,
And-
exactly.
And I'll never forget that. If people surround yourself with people who are pouring into you,
Yeah.
because if not, if you're what they're using to get their kicks off of,
Mhm.
or I tell kids at this at school all the time, why would you want to be friends with somebody who treats you horrible? Like
Yep.
you don't have to be friends with people.
Mm-hmm.
You have to treat people with respect and treat them nice, but the easiest way to do is just stay away from those
Yeah.
people
Mm-hmm.
because you're just going to tear yourself up. But I think so many times kids just want to be liked so bad. And they just want people to think they're so cool and so popular. And I get that, but it's different for everybody else. For people who have different levels of that. And I guess I never really, I mean, I wanted people to like me and stuff, but I just always felt growing up, like I had friends who didn't go to church and stuff, but they didn't give me crap about it. They knew where I stood, and eventually they'd ask me questions about it and stuff. And if you're who you are, people will respect that. They'll eventually respect that, and they'll be okay with what you are, and you'll have influence in their life. But don't sell yourself out just to have. I mean, it's all social media likes now. I mean. We got people where I'm depressed because I don't have enough likes on Facebook. We have a serious problem when our teenagers are going through mental illness because they feel like they're not getting enough social media likes. So we got to make sure our kids understand that they're worthwhile. They're worth more than just being somebody's doormat to step over. So
I was gonna say I think something else to keep in mind that I learned a couple years ago really is like during when COVID happened and everything. Like God's like it's not always stepping away from people. Sometimes God's gonna pull people away from you for reasons as well. And I remember that's something really big that I took out of what happened with COVID. Because like for example, I mean you probably know this. Everyone graduated in our friend group. I was the youngest in our friend group, so I was like the only one left behind. My whole senior year of high school, I wouldn't say like I didn't step away from my faith or anything major like that, but like all of my friend group that I was hanging out with them, and I still love them. They're great people. They weren't like bad people or getting me involved in bad things. It wasn't like that, but none of them were Christians or like anything like that. And so like I never really felt, especially during that time, I didn't feel any responsibility or obligation to like really ever go to church or like read my Bible or whatnot. And like I said, it's not like they were horrible people. They're great people, and I still love them to this. And I still miss them a lot too. But then anyway, so I went to college. They all went to their colleges and all spread out. And I got really kind of a little bit down in the dumps there because like I felt like I had like no friends. But little did I know, looking back on it, honestly, if I was still hanging out with that group of friends, I probably still would have stopped. I wouldn't have stopped. I wouldn't have kept coming here. I wouldn't, or I guess came back, especially when COVID happened. I kind of, I still read my Bible and stuff like that. But what I really should have been doing was I should have stuck and stayed involved with the church and stayed involved with you guys. So I look back at that, and as much as I still miss them a ton, I still do. I look at that and like God kind of pulled them away from me, and I stayed here while they all went out to college and whatnot. They God really pulled them away from me, and that made me pursue, reaching out to you, and then I'll be honest, like, and like Ryan was talking about, like sometimes you need to be that friend for people. I'll be honest, if Ryan didn't ask me if I wanted to hang out, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was about the perfect timing when they left and college started up again, because you were graduated from your college, and so at that point you actually weren't going.
Back,
and Ryan
I was going through the similar thing, but
and Ryan started asking, he's like, hey, you wanna hang out? And it was like perfect timing. It's like, hey, little do I know, he pulled those people away from me, which caused me to actually want to go and hang out with people who, frankly, I should be around, which is
cool people,
of course.
Yeah. No, that's good. And it's
where I needed to be, I guess.
For sure. Yeah, because God's timing and God's plan, a lot of times in the moment while it's in motion, will scare the crap out of us. I know when I had to leave college early, leave all of my friends in college, 4 months before school was over, just in one random day, they said, pack it up. Didn't get to say byes. But the way that certain things panned out.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Never
again. It's wild, and sometimes it takes the time, but when things like that happen in your life, you just have to lean on God and just trust Him. And so it might just be a lot of blind faith when it comes to friends leaving or finding new friends. But if you just lean on Him and just hang on for the ride, and let Him work and let Him do what He needs to do,
He'll guide you to the right.
He'll guide you to the right place.
Yep.
And another thing that I said to the youth kids, because it's something that always just bugs me, especially like going to like sport events. If we're going to a track meet for a youth kid or something, something that I said was that we should always want to protect our friendships, but we should never gatekeep them. And what that's saying is, sometimes when I go to a school event at school, like where a student section's happening, I'll see a group of kids from youth together having a good time in the student section, and then I see like one kid who's also in youth sitting by themselves in the stand somewhere, and that's something that bugs me. That's something that I kind of did in college. I got to college, everyone was kind of in a scramble to make a friend group, so we made a friend group, and we kind of just sealed ourselves off. And there were a few people that we kind of were gatekeeping from that, because we were that good group of friends. We would build each other up toward God, and we were protecting that, but we were also not willing to help anybody else. And eventually we kind of broke that barrier, and one of the friends that we finally let in just ended up being one of all of our best friends, who was there for me in really low times. So that's something else to just keep on your monitor. I don't know if it necessarily is as big of a thing when you get older like us, but especially in high school, for the high schoolers listening, if there's someone you see that doesn't have that friend group or is involved in a bad friend group, just be open to the fact that God might lead them to you. God might lead them to someone who can give them that help in growing towards Him. So just be open to that.
Stuff.
Till we see the potted plant again.
Yes. Yeah. See a potted plant. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you vote. We're watching.
Good old
the
democracy.
voting is anonymous, so we won't know who votes for who. So when all of you guys vote for
Unless
me,
you don't vote
they
for
won't
me,
know.
it's automated to send me your location.
Absolutely,
on the
Philip.
spot.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Deuces. I want to end on a sad note there.